Okay. I'm not sure about the definition of pathology in the dictionary because the dictionary says that pathology is the study of suffering. Studying suffering? But the pathology of suffering is joy. It's the other side. It's the pathology is joy and pain. Pain and joy. Right? So, uh I don't know if they just didn't want people to fuck with science. I mean, the Webster's dictionary gets fucked with and changed every year. Uh, Most recently, mRNA, uh, messenger RNA was included in the definition of vaccine, which it was never before. And the reason it's different is because the limbic system is accessed by the opioids, which is different way. Like like Viagra is the same thing for the libido that they're doing to try to boost the immune system is using the mRNA. That's not the same thing as building up a resistance to a pathogen, to maybe a naturally occurring pathogen by introducing yourself to weakened, that kind of shit. Like in this it's like dangerous and fucking. They got to build the ecology for the weakened state of the germ at the same time not injure you. So like it always took a long time. Science is in the approach to pathology. They're being emotional, and it's because the in crowd. Remember the in crowd ritual? Everybody's got blonde eyebrows and shit. Like they would dye their eyebrows and shit, and then they were cool. That was back in the 80s. It never stops. That it kicks up every now and then. Little Wayne will be one, and then Whoopi Goldberg recently or something. Like they keep doing it in the media. Like the media, they keep doing this shit. They're the when it comes down to it, I don't want to be like tit for tat, like, oh, you're the Nazis and everything like that. But there are no. I have nothing else to go by. Who's trying to do the most type of little Nazi shit? And just because I can't point them out because the masses are not looking at that. They're a commodity. Do they You know what I mean? The masses are the reason why it wasn't cool for Tupac to be in the ballet. You motherfuckers kept saying he was a ballerina. Only a female can be a ballerina. He's a ballet dancer, goddamn shitheads. And fucking there first of all, there's nothing fucking wrong with that. Second of all, nobody can expose Birdman. Birdman gets to still be cool after Jermaine Dupri and after all that shit. He's the same thing as Quincy Jones was, and Africa Bambaataa. If you don't know, Africa Bambaataa took advantage of a lot of young men too. You're not, all the machismo in the world isn't worth nothing if you can't fucking speak up on them. You can't say anything on them. Not that you're supposed to be speaking up on them, because maybe that's not your life. Maybe it's weird for you to speak up on them because you're not in a position to speak to the people with the message, but you just happen to know. That's some weird shit. Like, look at NBA YoungBoy is trying to be a black metal now, you know. But he does it like emu, he's screamo, like he writes letters and shit. Like there's African black metal. They have black metal in South Africa. What the fuck? How come it had to be all commercial emu shit? It's because of Birdman. You know, and yeah, I already said all that shit. That's why it's fucked up. Peepo, it's just fucked up. That's why you can say fuck the community. You should be trying to move out of the community and not give nothing back to the community because it sucks your family members in, you know, and then it doesn't have anything good for them but death, jail, sickness, and hell. So you should be diametrically opposed to the community. I mean, besides that, I'm gonna I don't read too much into what all of these developers for these crypto projects talking about everything community, wonderful community, gratitude, well, you know, that's an exercise. Like, what's the good word? Like, because you can get a perspective trying to come up with a good word. You don't really come up with a good word because there's no good words. You know what I mean? It's just they're just wieldy. You know what I mean? Like, and it's not the word, it's what's behind it that it really matters, and only ever matters is what's behind words. Then if you don't see that, then you're not part of that group, or you're not about that part. You know, like you're living somebody else's life. You're not doing you, because otherwise you would know that. And what if you couldn't go by that basis of what sat with you and how you already come to know meaning, that you have to take it from an alien tentacle porn to tell you what somebody means. They have to selective edit and fucking play games like a PR firm for a Acorn Bank. And then, like Joel Osteen, they could say that they did the right thing. You know what I mean? Storing all their acorns in an Acorn Bank. And I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. You know what I mean? I hear you knocking. You know what I mean? Like, why Joel Osteen gets to be the one to say, fucking, I hear you knocking, but you can't come in. You know what I mean? Is this motherfucking Noah Ark or something like that? Do you need a Bishop Eddie Long for a Dawn Magic Wand? Because there has to be a counterfeit spirit. Gods are spiritual gangsters. Bishop Dawn Magic Wand is a gangster. He's gangster. You know what I mean? Not really. He's a pimp. So, you know what I mean? He's a Hollywood pimp, and that's maybe a academic lycanthropy. So maybe he's the shit, and he's like on you know what I mean? Like, he's got his crozier, like St. Peter. He knows what he's doing on the occult level. You know what I mean? Some people in the, like Bobby Hemmett, he says you need to get you a nigga knocker. You know, I can't repeat that. Like, I can't really say that. That he's too bad for my generation of mulattoes. It's like yellow bone, or whatever. I'm actually a red bone, but I'm not. You can't tell because I'm too light. Yellow bones could be dark, could be really dark. Like, they, you know what I mean? Throughout, you see them in like, they're in parts of Africa. You know? Yellow man. No, he's albino. But I'm trying to think of examples. Who knows? I mean, that's where you get the citron, because you can get to a white person from a Japanese or a Mexican. And they used to from Indians, but not anymore, I guess. Remember, you can go to India and you see like white people, and they're like Indian. And you're like, damn. But this is before. Maybe that's British or something. Maybe those are the British. I don't think so. They had like people in the Caucasus Mountains. Excuse me. In the Kashmirs. Excuse me. Sorry, that's gross. I mean, I don't know how to spit loogies. The number comes all the way up. So when I cough, it probably sounds gross. It's like some people can bring it out and I can't. I've never been able to. I would probably throw up. Gross garment. With a spirit type, like a spirit connected to it. Oh, because spirit runs the whole show. So it's not even surprising. If the whole show is run by the spirit, then even the flesh has an essence of the spirit. And there's latent spirits in alcohol. See, that's science. That's science right there. Maybe I didn't get that perspective and it fucked me up my whole life. Like, not fucked me up, but had me on off balance, which is the same thing as fucked up. Oh shit. And then I fucking just now got it, okay? So if you think you like science, maybe you should think again.